Hello guys, and welcome back to Reborn with Michael. Today I just want to tell you about how I have been surrendering, letting go, and having this a spiritual awakening for the last 12 months. And yeah, it nearly broke me. It's not easy. And this is the truth that they don't tell you about spiritual awakenings and learning to manifest and creating and living a spiritual life. The thing that I want to break down today is that a lot of manifestation coaches and spiritual coaches don't tell you how painful it can be to go from place 0 to 10. If you are challenged, if you are facing this challenge, this is Reborn with Michael. Please consider like, sharing and subscribing. I simplify spirituality here. And I want to tell you just from my own experience that yes, having a spiritual awakening, letting go, surrendering, starting to put your full faith into God and into that creative side of you, it can bring a lot of pain and challenges. And it's also the most beautiful thing you're ever going to do. So let's not be worried about it. If you want to connect more with me, I have a free Facebook group called The Healing Circle, and I also have Instagram. So let's go into it today. How did it almost break me? Well, at the beginning of about 2 years ago, it's the last 12 months that has been the most amazing, but 2 years ago I just decided I don't want to feel this way anymore. I don't want to feel this way. I've had enough of feeling like this. What can I do to change that? Well, I wanted to manifest. I wanted success. I wanted the beauty and luxuries of life too. But I realized that chasing those and trying to change my outside world was actually more painful. It was making the pain that I was in and the place that I was in even more challenging, because I was trying to control not only how I felt and I reacted, but also control the world around me. Well, I realized that when I let go, that life may start to guide me. Now, I'd been inspired by your Michael Singers, Joe Dispenzas, Joseph Murphy, Abraham Hicks, Neville Goddard, you name it. I was a self-help section guy. Louise Hay, who had changed my life at one point too. So I knew that it worked, but I hadn't gone deep enough. So I was like, I want to go to the deepest place possible. I want to finally let go. And letting go comes with a price, guys. Because what everyone thinks letting go is I claim that I want something, then I forget about it and it's done. No, true letting go is going, I want to let go of the parts of me that aren't serving me anymore, that don't connect me to God, that don't connect me to the divine. I want to let go of them. And what they actually are our human emotions. And let's not say that you're not going to have emotions. We are incarnated in a physical body, so you're always going to have feelings. But I have to tell you, when I asked God, I said, bring me what I need to let go. He delivered. And so what God does on our path to letting go and surrendering to the glory of the divine is you actually are brought challenges. You're brought things that you need to face. The parts of you that you have pushed down, they will start to come up for you to face. Now, what a lot of people tend to do is go, that's uncomfortable. I don't want to face that. I'm going to go back to how things were, because even though I'm not happy, at least I know it. So I compel you to go through the turmoil. There's a story in the Bible where Jesus goes into the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights and is challenged by the devil. Now, obviously, I'm not comparing myself to Jesus. I'm saying that this is the journey. It's the description of how to get closer to God, how to be finally ready to really share your full self to the world, because Jesus faces the temptations and the challenges from the devil, but he rebukes them, he overcomes them, and then he goes out and spreads the message of God and is able to go out and share his good. This is what I'm saying to you. Once you let go, you are fully ready to share your full emotional, intellectual, and spiritual self. And life will bless you for that. Life will bless you for that, and it will guide you. Now, what is it that we face? The devil within, which is your fears, limitations, and your comfort zones. And so it nearly broke me, because I had to face things from my past about how a relationship should be. So in my marriage, I was noticing the same reflections of some of the turmoil I saw as a child. It also made me face fears around success and being seen and all of these things. It made me, life was showing me all of this stuff. And what happens is, and it really is overwhelming, those feelings sometimes. And what we tend to do is act from the feeling. So I decided to do the opposite. I decided to let go and just let my body deal with it. Now, there's an interesting thing, actually, if I bring this terminology. My wife is a very spiritually intellectual and emotionally intellectual woman, actually. And we have some young children. And often she says to me when they're having a little fight and all that, I want to fix it. I want to get, control it almost. And she goes, no, let them sort it out. Let them sort it out. They'll figure it out. And this is what you want to do with the turmoil in you as well. Because when I listen to her and let them sort it out, it actually finds a quicker, more wonderful solution than when I went in to control it. This is what we do in life as well. We see a problem, we want to control it, and we want to try and force it into our own favor. I'm going to tell you something, guys. Do not force it. Actually, take that moment to step back. Take that moment to relax. There's so much less than you actually need to do. Okay, life is a wonderfully constantly moving thing, whether you can try and fix it or not. So what you do when you let go, and what happens when you start to face that inner turmoil and relax back from it and let your body deal with it, is actually it starts to leave. You finally start to open the tap of the pains and the struggles and the force and the tensions that you've been holding on to, okay? But then there's something beautiful that happens from there. There's a release of energy. And I have found that from that release of energy, it creates a wonderful connection with your creative self and the divine. So when you do make a claim of joy, peace, harmony, and good, it is now, and you claim it in the now because you've become so present. Letting go gives you this presence. Why did it break me though? Because the parts of me that were really deep, that were hard to let go of, life had to bring up the challenges for me to do that. And that's a bit what I'm talking about with that connection to Jesus in the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights. You're going to go through a time of turmoil, okay, where you have to face this. But it's that willingness to go through that turmoil. You may see challenges within your business. You may see challenges within your marriage that may not have been apparent, but they need to be faced for you to move to the next level of life. And that's what everyone fears, because everyone wants just the easy route. They want the simplest route, like I did too. But actually, I can say from this vantage point, transcending the need for effortlessness, like just everything going the way you want it, to life and God know better than me. There is a massive, wonderful freedom. But you have to face what's coming up. When you don't succumb to that problem. So, for example, when I was having trouble in my marriage, I asked for that almost because I needed to let go of the parts of me that were coming into that marriage that weren't supporting it. Yeah. So it's when you face troubles like that, I never once believed that it would be the end. I knew that if I had been brought this challenge to let go more, and now I have the happiest marriage I've ever had. Again, when I face troubles within business or money, again, I thank you for this opportunity to let go of more of me. Now, the truth of the matter is it breaks you, and a part of you must die. And that's why I'm releasing this video on Easter Sunday, because a part of you must die to be resurrected. A part of you must die. So it's that. That's the resurrection story within the Bible too. So a part of you must die to be resurrected yet again and ascend into the heavenly state, which is peace, harmony, beauty on earth, heaven on earth. So Jesus dies, and then he resurrects, and then he goes into life, and he goes up to heaven. That's the way, that's the route. So you put the part of you up on the cross that no longer serves you anymore, and it dies. And actually, there is that point where Jesus says, God, why have you forsaken me? There will be times and challenges in your life when you feel that. but instead you observe, you relax, you let go, and then the solution arises. You resurrect the state of well-being in you, and then well-being comes. Now, if you can live in that state of well-being because you've let go of your emotions, you become the master of your emotions, you're going to manifest miracles. But that's why I wanted to share it today, guys. Would you like me to go into greater detail on this? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the next one.